That is a fighting Batman right there. Yes! I came. Look, we all thought we were getting like 30 seconds, maybe a minute if we were lucky. What the heck was this? Was a full-blown trailer a year and couple months before this movie comes. Thank you, Matt Reeves. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Just save 2020. I need you guys to leave a like down below if you're hyped from this Batman trailer, if you're completely turned around. What I'm going to be doing here for you guys is breaking you down things you might have missed from the trailer of the Batman. This thing came out from DC Fandome. They really ended it on a high note. I also did recap panels on everything else that went on at DC Fandome. You can find a link of that in the description. I have a full playlist, but right now we're going to be diving into the things you might have missed from the Batman. If there's anything I missed, guys, also go ahead and let me know down below your favorite parts, what hyped you up. All right, so the trailer actually opens up in what might be the very beginning of the movie, and what we've seen a lot of the leaked set photos be of all these media attention press conferences of the first victim in the Batman. This could very well be the Riddler in disguise, so it looks like he's not going to be going on full green suit jacket. This is him all covered up, or it could be one of his henchmen. But what we do know is going on, he's setting up a riddle for the Batman to find. This is going to be a main theme of this Batman movie, is corruption in Gotham, how government officials are very bad at their jobs, they're willing to take bribes. The funny part is both the Riddler and the Batman want these people out, but they have different methods of doing it. The Riddler is setting up these Saw-like traps that we'll see more of in this trailer, but the Batman wants to bring them to justice in the jail. Next couple shots here, so we have a confirmation of that leak photo that went around for the longest time. Now I can show it to you without this video getting taken down. No more lies. So this is his first stand, the Riddler, letting Gotham know that he's about to expose everybody. The thing that blew my mind here, and I was like, wow, even though this is Batman's second year of crime fighting, which has already been confirmed, he's already pretty buddy-buddy with the police department, so much so that they are letting the Batman onto the crime scene. Maybe this is a special occasion and the first time they do it because the Batman was called upon on this scene. Right here we see the police officers take a note off the victim that is addressed to the Batman. Right here we have Jeffrey Wright playing Jim Gordon, so this is the start of a great relationship, it seems like. I can't wait to see how they banter and how they grow to having Batman work together. Aside from that though, Robert Pattinson is looking mighty fine as the Batman. I don't even mean as a hottie, I mean like, this suit looks good, man. This suit is fantastic. I know a lot of people were kind of complaining. We've seen the behind-the-scene photos, but with cinematography attached and his movements that we see throughout this trailer, the dude really encapsulates what it is to be the Dark Knight. When Jeffrey Wright opens the letter here, we get our first taste of what some of these clues would be like in the Riddler. Now, if you remember some of the old clues, whether you go back to the 1966 Batman, or you even go to Batman Forever with Jim Carrey, those clues, I mean, a fifth grader who's pretty educated could have solved those. These right here, what I'm looking at, does not look like simple riddles that are going to be easy to solve. We have the words here written, having a clue, let's play a game, just me and you. And then we have off to the side what seems like, what does liars do when dead? I can't really make out that, but the biggest part to take away is the hieroglyphics and the things that Batman is going to need to break down. We've had Matt Reeves already say in interviews that this right here is going to be a detective-heavy Batman film, and we'll finally be seeing the side of Batman where he's very detective-heavy. After that, we are finally see this scene that we've gotten from leaked photos come to fruition, the Batman doing what he does best, stalking the crime scene, trying to figure out what is happening. Robert Pattinson, I gotta say, looks absolutely amazing with that black makeup around his eyes. For all the Batman movies that we've gotten, anytime an actor who plays Batman takes off his mask, all of a sudden that black paint disappears. I love how they are taking it seriously with this, and it's like, yeah, the dude paints his eyes so that they look black when he wears the mask. Big deal. Because even going back to that photo where we see the Batman, his eyes are completely blacked out. We have no idea if they're going with the white eyes. They could add that on later for CGI. Remember, this movie is still in early development. I can't believe this is only 25% of what they shot, because there is so much to dive into here. But really, as a longtime Batman fan and a guy who puts on the the Batman mask from time to time, that black makeup right there is kind of a great touch. Moving here to our first look of the Batcave, this looks to be like a worn down side of Wayne Manor. Might not be so much a cave. It kind of reminds me of the Bruce Wayne from the Justice League Ben Affleck's, where he let his mansion go to waste. Next up, we have Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, attending a funeral for what most likely was that first victim at the beginning of the movie. Now, this scene actually did get leaked online, and I talked about it with you guys in a previous video where Bruce Wayne is at this funeral, and then out of nowhere, a car spray painted in Riddler's. We thought it was going to be green, but it's just black and white. All right. Comes zooming in, a guy pops up what looks to be a bomb or another trap on him that is addressed to the Batman. Who knows if the Riddler has already solved who the Batman is, if it's Bruce Wayne, and he knew Bruce Wayne would be there, so it's like, okay, let me give this letter to Batman since he's going to be at that funeral. Also, you can notice the letters on the car said dead on arrival. Funny little joke, because he knows that thing is going to blow up. The other little touch I want you guys to pay attention to here that is, again, blowing my mind, is that we have this Bruce Wayne not moving a muscle at the side of a bomb right in front of him. You see everybody else behind him start running, taking shelter, but the big boy Bruce Wayne is like, all right, let me see how I'm gonna solve this. How can I do this? That is strong Bruce Wayne energy, and again, not to bring it back to Ben Affleck, but it reminds me of when he ran into the smoke whenever Superman was fighting Zod. It's that kind of energy I want in a Bruce Wayne, and Robert Pattinson is really giving off that energy. Bringing us to our first look of Catwoman in this movie. So we all thought she was gonna get a really sleek, leathered up, maybe even armored Catwoman suit, but this looks, again, homemade, because if you look at the ears, they look like cloths, like nothing more than you would get out of a hoodie. Even the edges of her mask look like they were just cut up with some scissors at home. I like that. Now, I could be mistaken here, but this right here is Colin Farrell as the Penguin. We knew the boy was going to get some prosthetics because we had the makeup artist who was going to do prosthetics in this movie talk about what he did for the Penguin, and Colin Farrell is unrecognizable right here. The dude really does not even look like himself, but again, I love it. Seems like he is wearing a fat suit because the guy looks a little pudgier than usual. Just those touches of the Batman that is making this movie really stand out to me. Some scenes here of Batman at a police station. Looks like he might have been brought into custody, or he's wanting to interview one of the villains that has been captured, a la The Dark Knight, where we had that Heath Ledger and Christian Bale scene. The police really don't take kindly to him. I wouldn't be surprised if Batman showed up to the precinct to be like, hey, 4 of you guys are dirty cops. I know who they are. I gotta take you in. Blink and you might miss it, but we get a continuation scene here of Batman disarming the bomb, not successfully, for the guy who showed up at the funeral. So he's gonna go from Bruce Wayne to full Batman outfit. That's something I've been dying to see in the Batman movies. What happens when Bruce Wayne is away from his cave, away from his costume? How does the guy turn into Batman real quick without anybody knowing? And it looks like in Matt Reeves' Batman, we're gonna get to see that, because this is him obviously in full Batman outfit. It even looks like he's hugging the guy who had the bomb attached to him. So we'll also get a touch of how armored his suit is and if it can take on a full explosion. But the scene that solidified it for me, that let me know that this is gonna be the next level Batman, is this fight scene. Real quick, Robert Pattinson doesn't even move his feet. The man gets in so many punches, breaks the guy's arm. Really reminds me a lot of the Arkham style of fighting, and proves that the action scenes in this film are going to be up to par, because as much as I like the Dark Knight trilogy, those fight scenes were never that great to me. Ben Affleck's Batman in that warehouse scene still holds the record for best Batman fight. I wouldn't be surprised if in Matt Reeves as the Batman, we get something next level. I was half expecting Robert Pattinson to say, I'm Batman here, but that's kind of become a meme or a little jokey, so they went something completely different with the phrase, I am vengeance, which is the working title of this movie. Batman saying that here really does give me chills. Moving to some scenes here of the Batmobile in action. A lot of people still are not happy with this Batmobile, but hey, the Batmobile was always meant to be a car. It just became a tank over time. I like the more simplistic look of this car, and man, those turbo engines really do put other Batman cars to shame. I can't wait to see it fighting around because it looks very armored. It even goes through a wall here. But quickly we move to some shots of Robert Pattinson back in action. He gets a bullet straight to the chest that even makes his bat symbol glow. That's going to be really interesting to see what that does, if that's part of his suit. But we can know already his suit is for sure bulletproof. More grapple gun. I don't think Batman does enough grapple gunning in the Batman movies. so it's cool to see that happen here. Shots of Batman in the rain silhouetting. This is fantastic. Ending it off in the Batcave right here, taking off his mask, hearing the voiceover of the Riddler, letting him know that you're a part of this too. This Batman movie has me hyped. Why did you show me this right now and I have to wait a year and a couple months for this to come out? This isn't fair, man. You should have just given us 30 seconds, because now I'm going to be watching this before I go to bed every single night. I need you guys down below to tell me what you think of this Batman trailer. What did I miss that you guys caught? What was your favorite part? Anything and everything. Don't forget to check out the other DC Fandome videos. What a day it's been. I'm happy here, Bat fans. Are you? I'll catch you on the next one.